The Department of Animal Sciences and Industry at Kansas State University has a long and rich history, one written by the thousands of men and women who make up the Flying K. Each shares a love for the land and livestock and advancing the nation's noblest of callings, raising food. The Livestock and Meat Industry Council today celebrates that shared commitment across generations and honors the family and friends who continue Kansas State's legacy of excellence in animal science. For that purpose, LMIC presents the Don L. Good Impact Award. Don Good was a giant in animal science and industry, a man who dedicated more than 40 years to the university and the thousands of students who benefited from his far-reaching guidance. As a livestock judge, professor, coach, and industry leader, he portrayed a spirit of service and pioneering thought innate in his Ohio farm boy roots. These ideals served him well when he was named head of the department in 1966, the same year a devastating tornado destroyed the vast majority of its infrastructure. The Beef Barn, the Beef Teaching and Research Center, the Swine Teaching and Research Center, the Horse and Sheep Centers, the Feed Mill, the Poultry and Dairy Facilities, gone. But devastation and limited disaster funds spurred action, and Good worked with producers in the state to form the Livestock, Meat and Industry Council. Through LMIC, animal science and meat industry leaders channeled contributions to rebuild, implementing cutting-edge research facilities that form the basis of the modern-day campus and animal science advancements. Today, the Council continues to support the department's educational programs, facility enhancements, and research projects. You see, it was Don Good who believed the department should serve the state of Kansas to contribute to the larger livestock industry. Good believed in his students. He believed in Kansas State and driving both to excellence. Good was an evaluator of livestock and a builder of people. His integrity and foresight became the measure by which others would weigh their contributions. Don Good's passion inspired industry game changers.
This year, LMIC recognizes one of those game changers, an individual dedicated to quality education, students, the KSU ASI Department, and animal agriculture, Dr. Dave Nichols. Nichols grew up on a commercial beef, swine, and crops operation near Brookston, Indiana. He received his bachelor's degree from Purdue University, then master's and doctorate from Kansas State. Nichols was hired in 1981 as a K-State Extension Specialist. In 1983, he transitioned to a teaching and research appointment. Then, in 1998, after the retirement of Dr. Miles McKee, he was named the ASI Undergraduate Teaching Coordinator, serving in that role until June 2021. For the last 40 years, he has instructed thousands of K-State University students in classes ranging from Principles of Animal Science to Advanced Beef Production courses.
He has literally mentored and taught over 15,000 students. Those students today hold key leadership positions within the industry, and his more current students will hold those positions over time. I think it goes without saying that the number of people that Dave has touched via the Kansas State University Animal Sciences program has made such a key difference in animal agriculture and the state of Kansas. His impact is immeasurable.
Dr. Nichols has impacted many lives. He's impacted mine, he's impacted our families, but being a teacher's assistant for him, I saw the impact as it was happening with students. You know, the thousands of students that he's had over the years, I was a part of just a year, and I saw the impact that he was having for the students, whether it be bringing students one-on-one into his class, answering questions, helping them after they graduate, find jobs, find the career that they like, what they choose and everything as well.
As a student of his, I learned kind of the basics about all the different animal science classes and what all was where I needed to focus and what all I needed to know. I really think that Dave has his finger on the pulse of the industry, especially animal science, and he has been able to really assist the youth at K-State to know what they're getting themselves in for, preparing properly for entering the agriculture industry. And as a mom, I'm thrilled that my kids have been able to take Dave's class, and especially Eric is very lucky to have had Dr. Nichols as his advisor.
I distinctly remember the first time that I met Dr. Nichols. I was a JUCO transfer student from Colby Community College, and Dave was assigned as my advisor. I was pretty nervous about transferring to a bigger university, and I remember meeting Dave for the first time, and he had his signature smile, positivity, welcomed me with a big hug, which he still does today. And, so he started off as my advisor, and he's honestly been an advisor through most of my life.
Being under Dr. Nichols as an advisee, it is something that I did not take lightly. He and several other advisors all work together, but going to him, it is something that it's truly easy for me to go and do. I still call him on his cell phone today with questions about industry, about jobs, about things in the future that I have goals for and everything.
He subscribes to the old school philosophy that you prepare the student for the path, not the path for the student. This requires that you challenge students. It requires that you teach critical thinking skills so that students can work their way through problem solving later in life. I think Dave understood that in order to help students prepare for life, offering them the path of least resistance in the quest for a grade or a diploma is not the best way to help them.
He coached the KSU livestock judging team from 1986 to 1988. He has judged numerous county fairs, state fairs, and national shows, and is a strong supporter of youth livestock activities. He serves on the board of directors for the Kansas Junior Livestock Show and the American Royal.
I don't imagine that any major event that happened in the Animal Science Department in the last 30, 40 years, whatever it's been, that Dave Nichols was not a part of it. It didn't make any difference from probably every event at the Stanley Stout Center, but even 30, 40 years ago, the Full Hereford events and anything else.
Dave is the epitome, in my opinion, of what Don Good valued most in his faculty hires. First of all, he's a workhorse. No job too big, no job too small. He'll take anything on to help a larger effort. Secondly, Dave is a top flight educator. I believe that the historical success of the Kansas State Animal Science Department revolved around Don Good's belief that the most important thing was undergraduate education by top flight faculty. Dave has proven himself over the course of time to be one of the very best educators that this system has ever had. He's going to be missed, and I think is going to be awfully hard to replace.
Dave retired on June 10th, leaving a huge mark on K-State, the ASI department, and to the thousands of students he touched.
He's just one of the most positive people that I know, the genuine interest that he takes in other people. And then I think the passion that he has for our industry and for students and for K-State animal science. And, he really does take getting to know people to another level. And, he's just very authentic as a human.
The thing I appreciate about Dave the most is he is never better than anybody else. He's very humble. His handshake is his bond. When you have a deal with Dave, that's the way it is. He gives 100% effort in any event that he's in. He's in doing physical work when everybody else leaves, the cleanup part. Dave is right in there, rolling up tables, stacking chairs, and he's always been that way.
He's a great cattle breeder, he's a great teacher, he's a great advisor, he's a great livestock evaluator. When you think about all of the major shows that he's judged over the years, I think his greatest legacy to K-State and Kansas agriculture is just the thousands of livestock industry professionals that he's mentored and shaped over the years like me. We're better stockmen and we're better humans because of Dave's influence on our lives and his imprint on shaping us.
Nichols is no stranger to being recognized for his achievements and selfless service to the industry, receiving the University Presidential Award for Outstanding Advising, K-State Presidential Award for Undergraduate Teaching, Commerce Bank Outstanding Teaching Award, the Dave Mugler Distinguished Faculty Award, and named a Midwest Teacher Fellow from the North American Colleges and Teachers of Agriculture. He was inducted into the Kansas State Fair Wall of Honor and in 2020 received the Outstanding Alumni Award from the Purdue Department of Animal Science.
And that's what this award was created for, was people that were innovative and progressive and wasn't satisfied with what is what is. And I put Dr. Nichols in the category of Dr. Don Good and Dr. Miles McKee. I guarantee you Don Good would be extremely proud of Dr. Dave Nichols in today's world.
Dr. Dave Nichols is a wonderful recipient for the Donnell Good Impact Award because of the impact that he has made on the future of agriculture and animal science specifically. By impacting the youth of Kansas, he has made a tremendous progress and tremendous impact specifically on the people that are going to be the future of agriculture. I think most of the people that had him as a teacher are able to come back to him and connect with him and help him keep his finger on the pulse, as well as make sure that they're in the right direction.
I believe Dave was chosen as the 2022 Donnell Good Impact Award winner because Dave is truly a difference maker to students, to the department, and to our industry. Dave's time at Kansas State University over the last 40 years mentoring and teaching students has shown that he truly is a Kansas treasure.
There is no one more dedicated to quality education, students, the KSU ASI department, and animal agriculture than Dave Nichols. Mostly, Dr. Nichols embodies one of Don Good's favorite sayings: go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you can see farther. The Livestock and Meat Industry Council congratulates Dave Nichols on his contributions to the industry and presents him the 2022 Donnell Good Impact Award.